Vasu DJ. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to talk about combination of centralization and decentralization of organization. A combination of centralization and decentralization means these days the two most significant concepts of business management are centralization and decentralization. Either centralization or decentralization. No corporation is completely centralized or decentralized. Each has its own positives and negatives based on some principal factor. Whatever may be the corporation or any company, not completely centralized or decentralized. Each having their own positive factor and negative factors. So based on some principal factors, some main factors. Both these concepts should be treated as relative and not extreme concepts. Both are centralized and decentralized. Both are very relative, not the extreme concept. In other words, any corporation cannot be totally centralized or totally decentralized. Partially centralized, partially decentralized. Both have individual characteristics that when put to effect together would function effectively. If any company, any corporation or any organization is function very well, effectively means should follow the both the centralization and decentralization. So combination of centralization and decentralization is very important to success of any function of any company or any organization. Now let us see what are the difference between centralized and decentralized organization. Why we should have both. Now, the centralization organization environment steadier and more secure. It is very fixed one. Here in centralized organization, whatever the situation, whatever the decision they will take, there is a very fixed one and more secure. But in decentralized organization, environment is multifaceted, comprehensive and tentative. It is not a permanent. Subordinate level executives are inexperienced in decision making, hence there is purely a concept of dictatorship. So in centralized organization, subordinate level, the executives, they are not experienced, they are inexperienced. So very difficult to take decision and they difficult to follow the decisions of a higher level. So it is truly, it look like a dictatorship. But here in centralized organization, subordinate level executives are inexperienced in decision making, but are given an opportunity to voice their opinions and suggestions. In centralized, whatever they will inexperienced also, they will take a decision to follow them very difficult. So they act as a dictator. But here in decentralization, subordinate, whatever that inexperience, even though they can get an opportunity to voice, they can give a suggestion which is good, which is not good, all the things. Decisions are more noteworthy and monument. So here is very notable things. Whatever the decision, so all the subordinate has to notable things, and also here that will reach each individual of the company or in the staff. And here decisions are relatively trivial and inconsequential. So here it is very cheap. Decisions are very not that much of level, right? So very low graded, but inconsequential means is not so important. So they can discuss and they can follow the things. Whatever they will tell, they are not a final one. There is a risk of company breakdown or of encountering crisis. So if taking the wrong decisions in any company, any organization, sometimes they will fail in success. So they are facing so many crises. That is also possible in centralized organization. But here the communal work culture allows subordinate level employees to lend a hand in the decision making process by voicing their viewpoints in any situation. If any organization or company is facing any difficulty, any problem, So they get an opportunity to give a suggestion to the employees so that they can raise their voice, they can give suggestion any situation. But here in the centralized, so there is no opportunity for that subordinates to tell their opinion. They have to follow, so that only one making a decision means sometimes it may fail, but here is not possible. So because they are taking the advice or opinion of the subordinates also. Companies by a large overseas, they are very large. Here in this, the very company may very large. Here company is geographically branched out. So whatever that organization, they divide that. There are some branches. Okay, because they have to do their work individually to success of whole company or organization. But here only one organization. There is no branch thing here in centralized organization. Effectual execution of the strategies in an organization is based on the agreement of the subordinates over the occurrence of an event or happening. Effectual execution in decentralized organization, effective execution of strategies in an organization is based on the availability of a range of decisions made by subordinates due to more involvement and flexibility. Here, whatever the decision they will take in the higher level, so the execution, subordinates should execute the things. So whatever the happening, they have to face the things. But here in decentralization, so they will see that range of decision, the majority taking any decision that will be implemented, that will be executed, the plan will be executed. So there should be the flexibility is there in this centralization, the organization. There is no such things. Whatever somebody will tell the higher authority, the subordinate must follow. There is no rule in this centralization. So the majority will take a decision, and that plan will executed by the subordinate. So that is the difference between centralized and decentralized organization. Thank you for watching. If you not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.